And we're back. Today's video, if everything goes according to plan, we should be able to have a set of floorboards on this motorcycle, hopefully in less than an hour. So if everything goes according to plan, I'm going to try to just leave the video running, provided it comes apart. I may have to use heat. Sometimes with the Loctite that the factory uses, you can't get them loose, but we're going to try first with the breaker bar. And it is should be a T40 Torx bit. And we're going to see. Alright, let's see. Is it 40 or 45? It might be 45. Let's see what we got here. Down here, I'll show you where we're working. We got one here. Okay, 45. And then there's one in here. Yep, they're 45s. Okay, T45s. So now I'm going to see if I can break them free with the breaker bar. If this works, then we should be able to run them right out to do what we got to do here. So what I want to do is, let me get this one first. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, very good. So that loosened. Let's go to the next one. See if we can get it on there. Okay, that's in. Actually, I'm going to reposition rotate that one, because I'm not getting enough leverage where it's at. All right, now let's see. There we go. That's better. All right, now, see if we get this one. Come on, baby. Yeah, there we go. Okay, nice. All right. That loosened right up. Very good. So now we'll switch over to an extension, a 3/8 ratchet. And let's see if we can run these out. Doing this side first because it's the simplest, I guess you want to say. All right, let's see. Come on. Yeah, they got a bunch of that white factory Loctites on there. And that stuff is somewhat of a pain in the backside once it dries. I'm surprised it actually came loose. Generally, with that white Loctite, you have to put heat on it. So, I'm fortunate that this came apart like it is. All right, let's see. You do it by hand? Yeah, very good. There's one. Oh, they actually had the blue Loctite on there. So I'm wondering if they had these off once before, because I can see a mixture of blue and white. All right, let's see. There we go. Yeah, that's coming nice. All right. Do it with one hand while I'm holding it here. Come on. Yeah, that's nice. Very good. See if we can do it the rest of the way by hand now. I get it to separate. Nope, I can't get it to come apart with one hand here. It's right on the end of the thread, so I'll do this without buggering it up. There we go. Okay, very good. So that was simple. So that gets that assembly off. So obviously this will come off because I'll just put these up for sale. Like I said, the price that I got for them, what I paid for these, I'll get my money back without a problem. I wanted to try them. Tried them. Not 100% happy like I am with actual floorboards, as I said in other videos. I'm used to the floorboards now, and that's what I want. I want a set of floorboards back on here. So, and that's going to go right there. So these bolts are good. Because what it did was it came with Allen heads, but these T45s, they don't strip out easy, provided you don't over tighten them, you don't kill them. And again, that white thread locker, you can see right here is a combination of blue and white. So the previous owner, for some reason, must have had this apart. So I'm going to put it back together with the blue because that's what it calls for. So right now I just want to wire brush these real quick. Where's my wire brush? What I'll do is I'll wire brush them down, put some blue Loctite back on, and we'll run them back on real fast. And like I said, this job should not take that long. All right, I got my Loctite. So what I'm going to do is this. Just going to do this. It gets the old Loctite out of the thread so we can throw some new in. And then bolt this assembly on. And then go from there with putting the floorboards on. So that one's good enough. And now we'll do this one. The left side is a little more involved because you have the shifter assembly. I have to put that piece together, but I want to make sure I have it. Pretty sure it's supposed to angle forward, but I want to make sure before I mess with it. All right, let's see. Okay, that's good. Start this one. Yep, that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blast a little cleaner in there. Let's see what we got. Just want to blast something in there a little bit just to clean those threads out of the blue Loctite also. So we're just going to do this. Like so. And we'll run this in. Just want to do this to make sure so it goes back without a problem. Without stripping. You know, because everything's aluminum, so. Nice. Okay, very good. My dog's going off the deep end. I don't know if you can hear her. It's the Doberman again. She got a big mouth today. All right, very good. All right, that's that. Dry this down. Do a little compressed air. I'll blow the holes out. Make sure it's dry in there. And then we can bolt this bracket on. So hopefully it goes smooth. And then, like I said, it should be less than an hour to get this whole job done. All right, a little bit of air here. Should be enough air. This way I don't have to turn the compressor on because it's already got a buildup of air in it. Okay, very good. Now, we're going to take our bracket. And let's see, we'll get a little bit of Loctite on these threads here. Get this ready to go. And this way you can see, what I do is I usually just run a strip down like that right there. And then what it does is it winds itself around the threads. So it's ready to go. Like so. So that's ready to go. And now it's just a matter of getting this in place and running them down in. So I'm going to drop this in first, and then we'll take the extension with the bit, get it in place. And again, I always like to start these things by hand. Make sure they got some threads on them, because I don't want to strip something out. Okay, that's one. Get this other one started, and we'll be in business. Now these go, if I remember right, 40, 45 foot-pounds. So I'm going to set it right to 45 and lock them down. All right, I'll back the camera off. Make sure you can see. Let me go get my torque wrench. Got my adapter. This is set. Okay. The adapter on here. Okay. Back up in the hole here. Come on. Okay, 45 on that one. We'll go 45 on this one. Okay, very good. All right, that bracket's on already. So that was quick and painless for the most part, not a major problem. So now, let me get the hardware out for the footboard and see if we can figure out exactly how this goes together here. So we got a clevis pin, we got a spring and an E-clip right here. Okay, one E-clip, one spring. Now the spring, I'm going to assume this goes up in the footboard like that, and then this has to wind around to catch the bracket here, like that right there. And then that goes in and we'll lift it up. So let me get the board out and we'll see if my hypothesis is correct. All right. Sorry for the big words. I'm hanging with a guy over at the Stars and Stripes. His name is Alan. He's a former college professor, and I freaking love the guy. Amazing, amazing to talk to. And he is like the smartest man I currently know, no doubt about it. All right, let's see. That one's that. So I'm going to say that may be the other side. Let's see. Looks like there might be a left and a right spring. The way this is made here. Let's see. Get this figured out. Get the other spring out and see where we're at. Again, now I could have it wrong. Let's see. These exactly the same? Yeah, they're exactly the same. You know, that it doesn't come with directions for how you have to set this up and install this. But basically, it rides like that. So what I got to do is I got to get the spring in. And the clevis pin runs through it. But there's actually a hole in this. So I'm going to guess. Doesn't look like it'll hook there though. So I don't know if the springs, again, if it's wound wrong, looking at it, it's very strange the way it's made. Because it can't go there, so it has to ride through that, right there, like that, the clevis pin. So let's see where we're at. This would be like the hardest part of it. So I don't see. Okay, unless it just catches. It may just catch like that if it flips up. Well, we're going to find out in a brief instant. What I'm going to do is start the pin to help hold this in place, like so. And then we're going to run this in. Where the heck's the hole at? But I can see the damn thing. There it is. Get that started in the hole, like that. And then we'll run this through. Let's see. Yeah, see, that spring is not catching what I need it to do. So, okay, I got it. So what we got to do is, I got to pull this. Again, there's no directions, and you look at the pictures online for it, and it's not actually showing you how you're supposed to mount this. So I'm going to guess I can put that through there. Sorry, I can't quite show you what I'm doing. I'll show you the assembly when I get it back together. Come on. Okay, that's that. Yeah, see, that's how it needs to go right there. So it's a matter of getting this, get this to knock through. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's definitely in the right spot now. It's just a matter of getting it. What it's doing is it's binding up on the springs. Okay, let me get a persuader. See with the persuader if we can knock it through a little bit. Like so. Very good. Alright, and then come on, baby. It's right there where I need it. It's like, you know, it's one of those jobs where you need extra hands to get it to go. Not quite. Gotta get this to ride down so it'll go in the hole on the other side. So I think we're going to need a screwdriver, something to pry down and hold it in place so I can knock the pin through. So let's get a small flathead and see if we can do it with that. I know you guys think my head is flat, right? So, but that's not the type of flathead I need. Okay, am I lined up? Look at that, there it goes. Very good. So that's in, see, now that's springing the way it's supposed to. So all we got to do now is throw the E-clip on without losing it, and we're in business. So let me get this on, and then what I'll do is I will show you guys exactly how I set that spring, so you know for yourselves if you want to swap your Sport Glide over to floorboards. Let's see, is that gonna work? This may do the trick. Try the lineman pliers and get it in place. Supposedly there's actually a tool for this job, but I don't have an E-clip, so I just use that like so. Okay, very good. That side's done. I don't know how long that was. I don't think very long. Check the camera here. Where are we at? We're at 16 minutes. And that side's on. So there you go. Spring here goes in a hole in the floorboard. And then there's a slot right here that the flat part goes into. And then you just run your pin through. So that's it. So there you go. There is. These are the custom tapered floorboards, I think they are. This is what comes stock on a lot of the Fat Boys. So there you go. Got plenty of room for the brake. I may swap out that Willie G to a larger brake pedal. But that right there is what I wanted. And you can see the difference in the board size. Put this side by side here, and there you go. So regular floorboards, that's where it's at. For comfort, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not a big, you know, as I said in other videos, when I bought my Switchback, it was the first bike I ever had with floorboards. And when you go on a trip, it is the absolute most comfortable thing you can have, floorboards, because you can, your foot can, there's so many different positions just on this alone without having highway pegs. So, all right, let's move to the other side. So what I got to do, I'm going to have to rotate the bike. Getting ready to clean this garage out too, so I have to get ready for winter. I think we're going to have a bad year this year with snow. So I got to get the snow blower out and get that in place and ready to go. Get this hardware ready. This can go here. All right, now let me loosen the jack. It has bolts that you tighten down to the floor to stop it from spinning. Holds it in place. All right, let me pull this over here. I think that'll be enough room to be able to get over here and do what we got to do. All right, come on, tighten down. Damn it, there we go. That way the bike does not move on the jack. All right, let's take this. Open this garage door. The wind blew this door shut, so I'm not getting any airflow. Want to get this done now because we're supposed to be in the 80s this week. And then by next weekend, we're going to be Saturday, mid-60s. Sunday, 52 for a high. Very cold overnight, so I want to try to get this done. I'm going to be ordering a engine guard for it. Probably some soft lowers. And see where that puts me for comfort, obviously. Okay, so on this side, let me do this first. I'm going to see, I want to make sure these bolts will come loose, these torch bits. Make sure they're loose before I proceed with doing anything else. All right, let's see. Come on. Okay, there we go. Now, oh yeah, nice. That come right loose. Let's get the back one. Come on. There we go. Yep, very good. Yeah, so this was obviously a part. It had to have been for some reason or other. I'll bet you these have the blue Loctite on them too. All right, so what I got to do now, I got to pop the shifter. Got to get this off so we can slide the rod out of the assembly. Once I have that done, I can go ahead and move on to backing the bolts out and taking the bracket off. All right, let's get this. And then, what size is that? Is that a 1/2 inch? All right, where the heck did it go? There it is. Kicking my freaking tools around. I don't want to have to be hunting around for stuff. All right, let's see. Where's the pliers? Let's go here. I think it looks like a 1/2 inch. The cross bolt for the shifter looks like a 1/2 inch. So we're about to find out. Let's see. See what we got here. Yeah, very good. Now we got to take this out. It's splined, and then there's a groove that actually holds the bolt when you bolt it in. Okay, so that comes out. There's a shifter. There's a rubber like gasket here, and you see right here, you see the groove in the spline. The bolt actually rides in that to lock everything in place. So shifter will be the last thing we got to worry about. That can just go to the side for now. And we're going to slide this off like so. All right, we got an O-ring that they put on it. Goes in the groove, and then you have this flat plastic spacer. So that also can go out of the way. Now, enough room? Yeah, very good. That can hang there. And then we're going to go ahead and proceed to remove. Let's remove the what you call it here. We need this. We need the extension. All right. There we go. Oh yeah. Now I'm just going to back this out a little more. I want to take the back one out first because I can let it hang from the front one. Come on, baby. There we go. It's starting to loosen up now. You don't really have to have it up on a jack for this job. I just decided to put it up just so it gets a little bit higher off the ground. Makes it a little bit easier to work with, I think, anyway. All right, take that. They're good. Yep, blue Loctite. There you go. So like I said, this was definitely a part at one time. No two ways about it. Now, are you... Nope, not quite loose enough by hand. There we go. Now, take that. Very good. All right, awesome. That is awesome. That come apart nice. Very good. So there you have it. So that's ready to rock and roll. All right, let's get this new bracket. Actually, before I even do that, I'm going to wire brush the bolts. You get the floorboard out so it's ready to go. It's ready. One floorboard. All right, very good. That's that. There's the hardware. Bring this to the other side. This way that's ready to go. Here's a floorboard. There's a bolt. Okay, first things first. Spray some stuff in here for the threads. Like so. Now, actually, let me get a paper towel. Just to, because this one looked like it had a lot of extra Loctite on it. So what I want to do is just do this with it. And then I'll blow the hole out. This one looks like it passes through. This one, I don't think, does that pass through? Yeah, that one I don't feel. It may pass through from the other side, but I don't feel it. All right, that's that. Now, again, wire brush. Get this wire brushed. This one. And then I'm looking at the shifter shaft there, and there's a little bit of surface rust on it. I'm probably going to clean that up too, I think. Just a little bit. Okay, bolts are clean. Yeah, see that? There's a little... This may end up having to be adjusted once I get the assembly on. I won't know till I get it on there, but for now, that's at least it gets that surface rust off. That can sit there. Now, all right, where we at? All right, blow the holes out. Blow the cleaner out of the holes. Very good. That's that. But we don't need that any longer. So this can go out of the way. And let's move on. Let me get the brackets together. Okay, where are you? There you are. So I'm going to need these Allen heads with the washers to get it together here. Okay, it's that and that. Bring this over here. This is the bracket. So it comes with Allen heads for the shifter, the rod that actually holds the shifter in place. There's the bracket. And then we have this piece that has to bolt on. So I think it's going to go like that. So it's forward. So we're going to see here. I'm almost positive that that's the way. Yeah, that's the way it's got to go. All right. Yep. Very good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I got to get some red Loctite for this job because this is never going to come apart. So we're going to put red Loctite on the threads for the bolts that go here before we tighten it down. So let me get this right here. Out there. Let's get around. All right, let me grab the red Loctite real quick. So I'm going to bolt that on before I go ahead and put the assembly on. All right, where's my red at? There's the red. That's what we're after. So I'm going to throw some red on these bolts. Nope, that is not red. It's in a red tube, but it's actually blue. So that's not what I'm after. I've got millions of tubes of these damn things all over the place, and it's not marked. That one's blue. Ah, there we go. This one's marked red. Let's hope there's something in it. Don't hear anything in the tube. But let's find out. If not, we'll have to go with blue, and then I'll have to... Oh, there we go. Okay. Very good. Red. And it's the end of my red. There we go. Red. Very good. All right. So this piece basically goes on leaning towards the front like this. So let me put this in place. Start it by hand. Okay, doesn't want to start by hand. Obviously, I don't want to strip the freaking thing out. So let's do this. Huh, are you not drilled correctly? Or it has powder coat, which may be the problem. Maybe some powder coat in it. Yeah, feels like there's powder coat in the... Yep. So it has powder coat in it. I got to get past that so it'll start threading in. Get past that. Yeah, see? This side's going nice now. This one's still a little snug. When they powder coated it, they didn't clean the threads out, which is something that they actually should have done, but they didn't. So let me get... I'm going to get the correct size Allen wrench for the ratchet so I can run it in real quick and then back it off. Okay. Nope, that didn't work. Go down here. Very good. should be you. Nope, that's not you either. What we got here? That's too small. What the hell size did they give me here? Yep. Strange. Let's go back to the standards. Okay, it is standard. All right, very good. Tried to run the standard in first. It didn't seem like it would fit in the head of the Allen. So, okay. So we're going to do this and just run this in. So that one's going nice. That one's ready to go. Now get back on this one. Run this in. There it goes. Yeah, so what it is when they put it together, they didn't clean the powder coat out. So, and the powder coat was binding it up. Run this in a little more. I'm running it down a little more here. And now we'll back it back out. Let's see what we got. This one, yeah, see that's nice now. That's going by hand, which is what you want. So, like I said, they didn't, when they powder coat them, because the brackets are nice. They, very nice. Nice made for aftermarket. But like I said, they didn't, they should have chased the threads where the powder coat went in. And that's the problem. So, get this back out. Run this back out. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put a little more red Loctite in there. Just to be safe. I'm just going to run it down inside this time. Very good. I'll wipe that off. So now I got the powder coat down in. Now let's try this again. Take this. Run this by hand. Yeah, see, that's going in nice now. So that gets that one started. Let me run it down. It did not give me any torque specs on this, so I'm just going to say snug. Probably something inch-pounds, probably 85, 95, whatever. They didn't include anything, so I'm just going to snug it without busting it. That one, let's run this one here. I'm just going to use a ratchet, make it a little bit easier. Come on. There we go. Snug. Good enough. Good enough. So now that goes up here. So we'll get the bolt started for this. And then we'll put the shifter shaft back through. We got to get some blue Loctite on that first. First and foremost. Add some blue Loctite to these. There we go. That's one. That's two. Okay. That is ready to go. So now let me get the tool here. Nope, got it right there. Very good. This. So we're going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to run that in, put the tool on it, get it lined up, and just get it started by hand. There we go. That's one. Let's get this one going. Very good. Okay. Torque wrench time. Where are we at? This. Can I get on it without the extension? I think I can. Okay, that's one. Get this one on. Come on. There we go. Two. Very good. Okay. That's on. That's done. Red Loctite tube can throw away because it's empty now. This can go. This can go. All right. Next bit's going to be the shifter. We're going to run that in and see if we're lined up because it did change the geometry a little bit. So we're going to see. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Run this in first. See if it's going to work. Okay, so that's good. I think that's going to be fine. So I'm going to put a little white lithium grease on that. Before I do that, I'm going to run it in there, and then we'll throw the floorboard on, and then throw the shifter on. And then we've got floorboards. How far are we into this now? What is that? How many minutes is that? 35 minutes. So yeah, I think we're going to be under an hour. Keeps going the way we are here. Very good. Some white lithium in that for now. Paper towel, and I'll wipe that shaft off. Let's do this. Okay, that's good there. Now, we'll get this board on, do what we had to do on the other side. Again, now there's a board. So we're going to get the spring ready, the clevis pin ready, E-clip, and we'll be ready to rock. And then just get the shifter back in place. So again, like I said, I figured this was going to be an hour or less. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Again, this has to go in the hole. This in the hole here. Come on. A little tension on that spring. Let's get this clevis pin in. Come on, baby. Come on. You're not in place. Flip. Yeah, throw it across the garage. Really? It literally, believe it or not, you guys can't see it, but it rolled all the way across the garage floor. All right, let's try this again. Like I said, it's got to go into the slot right here. It's got to go in this. And then it has to hook on this hole. It's on the bottom of the floorboard. Come on, baby. That's where you got to be. Again, it's a pain to get it to line up. I'm sure there's a trick to it, but I've never had to take a set of my floorboards apart. So I don't know what the trick is to getting this to go back the way it's supposed to. You gotta go there. And then you gotta hook in here. Come on. Jesus, this side's gonna be a cluster because of the position it's in. Come on. Come on. Get you started. Okay, that's in there. Now, back with the screwdriver, I think, prying. See where we're at. Yep, okay. Hammer first. Back that up. Let me get the persuader again. Something to kneel on, because this one, because the spring is towards the back on this side. The other one was on the front, so I didn't have to get down as low. This side's on the back. Now, okay, very good. Running in. Okay, and the same thing. Screwdriver. I'm gonna have to move you guys a little more, because I got to get way down here to see where it's at. Got a reflection of my face here off of the chrome. It's kind of blinding me. Where are you? Okay, I'm pretty much lined up. And right there. Yeah, yes, like I said, this is where an extra pair of hands would come in handy. And also, no reflection off the damn chrome. So I can't see. It's reflecting right in my face down there. Let's try that. All right, that's a little better. Come on. This has to go down. what I'm doing is I'm prying the clevis pit down to line it up with the hole. So hopefully I can get this and try to drive it in. It's like trying to do 3 things at once with 2 hands. Like I said, I'm sure they have a trick to this at the dealerships to get this to go, but I don't have the knowledge because, like I said, I've never had them apart. So let me get down lower on the floor here. Try it this way. It's always something that holds a job up, and this is one of those things that's holding the job up. How about right there? Is that good? Nope, not quite. There it goes. I think that got it now. Yep, that got it. Yeah, it's just a matter of getting it screwdriver to pry down on the pin. Looking around here. So what I had to do is grab a screwdriver here, pry it down to line it up right there, and then nudge it through with the hammer. And then once we get that, then it'll go the rest of the way through. So now we got to put on the clip. There it is. Fell the hell out of the package. Imagine that. That's how easy they are to lose. So we'll get this lined up, get it popped in place. Like so. And then you just squeeze it with the pliers and pop it in. Come on. What the hell? The other side went on so much easier, that clip. Come on, baby. Go on, don't shoot across the floor, because that's usually what they do. And pop in. There it goes. Okay. That's in there now. Check the back side, make sure it's in the groove. Yep, very good. Okay, that board's on. So now it's just a matter of getting the shifter where I want it. Oh, I gotta take the bolt out. Let's do this now. And let's try it right there. What I gotta do is I actually gotta sit on it and see, but I got to go get a pair of my boots in order to do that. So, but right now we are at, what's the total time here? 43 minutes. So under an hour, and it's together, it's on. Again, I think that clips on. Just double check it. Yep, that's in the groove. Very good. So the clip is on. Basically, it's done other than adjusting the shifter where I need it, where I want it. And that's it. So again, not a hard job, not expensive. Aftermarket brackets, they're generally $130. They offered me a discount, and then eBay gave me a discount. I ended up getting them for $103.40, I think it was, shipped. Sweet deal. Floorboards I got off of eBay for $140 shipped with New Jersey sales tax. And then the hardware, again, my local dealer didn't have the hardware. I went through Ronnie's Fiche, had it in 2 days. Cost with Ronnie's was like $23 and some cents. It wasn't super expensive. So either way, that's the extent of it. You guys don't have to see me adjust the shifter. Again, that's, you just pull the bolt and you go up each notch on the spline to where you want it. So I got to put my boots on instead of my boat shoes to test the fit. But that looks like it's about perfect to me. But we'll know for sure. But again, you guys don't need to see that. All right. In any case, thanks for watching. Again, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Make a comment, as it does help me with YouTube's analytics, especially if these videos are helping you out. Again, if you want to go with floorboards on your Sport Glide, here you go. Simple job. Less than an hour. Total parts cost was, let's say, 260, 140, 240, 243, another 20, 40, 50, 60, say $265, and it switched over to Floorboards. And that's it. Very good. So there you have it. All right. Again, look on eBay. I could have done the job cheaper. There was a pair of the half moon floorboards, which is what I really wanted. Unfortunately, they got sold. But those I would have got for $100. So if you shop around, if you're not in a rush to get your pieces, like I wasn't in a rush, I shopped around. Brackets came on sale, I bought them. Found the floorboards, I made him an offer. He counter-offered me, I bought them. Hardware, again, through Ronnie's Fiche, they have that all the time, so that's not a problem. And an hour of your time, and there you go. Hour at a time, and your right tools. T40, T45 Torx, torque wrench, half-inch breaker bar, half-inch wrench, line and plier, screwdriver. I mean, just basic hand tools, and you can do this job yourself very simply. The only thing you might run into that I didn't, which I was expecting, is if it has the white Loctite, you're going to need a propane torch or pencil tip torch. You got to heat the head of the bolt itself. That heats up the bolt, that breaks that Loctite free, and it comes right apart. That's what I was expecting, but seeing the blue Loctite, this was already apart for some reason. So, again, with that said, thank you all for watching. I appreciate the people that did subscribe and do watch. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the next video.